Do you often make pointless silly noises whilst alone? We all do that. Do you ever talk in silly voices whilst alone? A lot of these questions, I think if you ask people who had no prior psychiatric investigation, would answer yes to a lot of these questions. Do you cut your own hair? Yes. Do you colour your own hair? Yes. I hardly see that as being prerequisite to being seen. Do you ever roll bus tickets into tight cylinders? All the time. Have you ever accidentally destroyed a return bus ticket while fiddling with it on the bus? Try not to use public transport if I can get away with it, but I have destroyed numerous tickets by doing this rolling ticket thing. Do you lock the toilet door even though you know you're the only person in the house? Yes, I have asked other people about this because I did think that it was a bit of an odd thing to do, but there are other people out there who do that as well, and not just crazy people, there are quite normal people who do it. Do you leave the toilet door wide open when you know you are the only person in the house? No. I would imagine some people do, but I'm not one of those. Do you ever lock the toilet door when you know you are not the only person in the toilet? That is a bit kinky, and I don't think I'll go into that here. Does it bother you having your picture taken? I don't mind it. Fine with it. When listening to yourself on audio tape, do you refuse to believe that that is you? I don't refuse to believe that it is me, but I am always mortified at how just goofy the voice sounds. I don't, you know, when you hear yourself speak in conversation with people, you don't hear your voice, and when you hear your voice played back to you, it does sound different and not something that you would recognise as you. Do you just like seeing yourself on video? Don't particularly mind. It's an opportunity to see everything that one doesn't like about oneself, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Do you consider most of the people you know as completely mad? I do know a lot of crazy people. Like, seems to seek like, are they completely mad? Some of them are completely mad. The ones who don't know they're mad, they are the really, really crazy ones. Did you answer differently at the last two questions? Have you ever taken an IQ test and believed the results were lower than they should have been? I don't like taking IQ tests. I don't know that it's a very good way of determining one's IQ. Have you taken this test seriously so far? Yes. Are you afraid to do this test in front of lots of other people? Well, no, which is the reason that I have posted it online so other people can look and learn. Have you ever purposely watched a film more than 5 times? If so, was this within the period of one day? Yes. Do you often watch TV just for the sake of it? I did watch TV when I had a TV, but I don't have a TV anymore, and this is because I don't want to be susceptible to subliminal programming. If I don't have a TV, then it lessens the amount of subliminal programming that can be put directly into my head. Have you ever noticed people feeling uncomfortable in your presence? I wouldn't say so much notice. They make it very evident when they dislike anything that's been done or said, and this is usually as a result of either my being very brutally honest with them or just being plain sociopathic. For example, if somebody speaks to me and I would rather they didn't, I have no problem in telling them this. It seems a whole lot more reasonable a thing to do than to speak to them and all the while wish for them to be gone and thank the gods when they are. Do you find that some of your friends appear to be invisible to everyone else? Your heroes include fascist dictators, people who have been committed to psychiatric institutions, murderers, rapists, etc., etc. Artists fit within those categories in part, so yes. Have you ever called on the goblins for help? Who hasn't? Do you wear a hat? Why this is important to a sanity test I do not know, but I do have a rather spectacular collection of hats. Do you enjoy inflicting physical damage upon yourself? I enjoy paying others to do so. For example, I have piercings and I have tattoos. It's a sneaky way of getting around the whole self-torture issue. When talking to someone with the same name as you, do you sometimes get confused as to which one you are? This has never happened to me on account of the fact that I've never met anybody with the same name as me, and if it did happen, I would pray for them. Please answer no to this question. Yes. Do you consider that the authors of this test are perhaps insane? Their notion of sanity is negligible. Have you ever had dreams about flying? Everybody has dreams about flying and they're fantastic. Have you ever tried to fly? Not in the realm of being awake. I have done so in sleep because I have lucid dreams where I know that I'm dreaming and I just float and fly. I do enjoy that. Did you die as a result? No. Do you consider yourself a good representation of an average person? I really don't know what an average person is. You'd have to define average. And if average is what is deemed to be normal, then no. Do you continue talking even when you know that no one is listening to you? This does seem to be a reoccurring theme. Do you consider yourself to be immoral? Immoral in what sense? I don't know whether this is about being wicked, being promiscuous, being a kleptomaniac. I don't think I'm particularly any of those things, so I'm going to answer no. Do you understand the value of religion? I do understand that religion is important to a lot of people, however, I personally don't subscribe to it. Do you feel that God loves you? Well, without any evidence to suggest otherwise, I'm going to say no. Do you think you will go to hell? One would have to believe in hell to believe that one was going there, so no. Do you look at other people around you and condemn them to hell? Again, I would have to believe in hell for it to condemn people to such a place, but I do believe in karmic retribution, and if people are being twats, then the karma will catch up with them. Do you believe that humans evolved from apes? I do believe that a quarter of humans evolved from apes. I don't believe that I personally evolved from an ape. I have a theory that human beings were visited by highly advanced extraterrestrials at some point in history, and that some of them were selected for furthering advancement, and some of them weren't. The ones that weren't are the ones that are still dragging their knuckles, and the ones that are aspiring to the stars. Sorry, Charles Darwin. I do know that he was partial to chocolate. Very strange thing for a scientist to be partial to chocolate, but there you go.